Hey y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey Diane Wynn, hey y'all. I'm waiting for some people to come in. Hey Gracie, hey Mrs. Charles, T. Sherelle, hey y'all. So, I'm in here trying to clean around a little bit. I got the power station. On the solar panels. I said, let me get out here and let me go out here and get something done, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all about something. So y'all see the title, okay? People is extremely funny these days, okay? People are so caught up in the love of money that they missing the big point, okay? I always used to hear in the last days people was gonna be throwing their money in the streets. You know why? Ain't gonna be no use. Ain't gonna be no use. And I guess a lot of people is not understanding that. So they not preparing in no type of way. No type of way at all. They think everything is just gonna be handed to them, gonna be made available to them, that they ain't gotta do nothing at all until they'll have all the money in the world and nothing to spend it on. Nothing to spend it on. Ain't trying to learn no skill at all. Ain't trying to do anything. Put y'all. Guess I'll put y'all up here for the time being. I'm trying to get out here, straighten up or whatnot, because I got a couple things that I'm going to be doing. Sorry, y'all. I'm moving y'all around like crazy. Put y'all on top of the power station. Hopefully that works. Now I can't get this thing to act right. Anyway, I'll see what I'm. But like I said, I'm just wondering, when there is nothing to buy and they doing all this stuff for the love of money, what are they gonna do? They gonna have to do exactly what the older people normally say. If you older, you probably done heard the term that I said, they'll be throwing their money in the street. Instead of learning a skill, instead of learning how to be able to make it. Because think about it. Back in the Bible days, they didn't have all this stuff that's available to us. You know, they didn't have all the ingredients that man has made available to us now. They didn't have all this stuff. Hand me that, Kylie. Hand me that tripod. They didn't have all this stuff we got now. They went out, they got their food. They, the women made bread and all that type of stuff. Is this the, which one is this? Outside, I think. Take that one in and bring me the, put that one back up there and bring me the one from in the inside. And the more and more I look and I read my comments, a lot of information that a lot of things where I'm really being able to see how people is over from TikTok. That's a different crowd, a different community over there. And when I talk about prepping or whatnot, people are clueless. They clueless. I thought that, you know, a lot of people was coming around. It's a lot of people that's clueless. Don't know where to start. Don't know what to do. Don't know anything. And those are going to be the people that is going to come for you. Those are going to be the people. Because right now they chasing money. You know? Everybody trying to get a coin. They chasing a bag. But what's gonna happen when that bag is when that bag is not gonna be, you know, it ain't gonna be valuable. You will have it, but it's not gonna be valuable. I'm gonna have to take y'all off in here real quick, because this tripod is too low. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I gotta spin y'all around a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's better. But like I was saying, half of them don't even see what's setting up right in front of their face. You hear me? Half of them don't even see that it's setting up right in their faces. For the love of money. What they say, the root to all evil. And then people get mad with you because you spend your money in a different way. You don't spend your money the way they do. Okay? Now, you have become the problem. I tell you. And the main ones that is causing the problem, increasing stuff, doing different things, they're going to be the main ones that's inside their homes, they bunkers, or whatever, with everything they need. Everything they need. It's too much going on. Back to back, back to back, back to back. Too much. And people ain't even paying attention. Call me crazy or whatever. It's cool. I'm going to continue to do what I know needs to be done. And that's just the way it is. Let me see if I can get right here. See if I can get my power station was oh, I hate this tripod. My power station was dead, y'all. And I have the solar panels over here. But it's getting good lighting, but I'm going to see if I can vacuum in here. But it's sad. It really is. And I'm going to tell y'all, don't let nobody stop y'all from doing what y'all got to do. I see y'all comments. And I see some of y'all have that issue where... and I just broke this thing. Look, y'all. It wasn't even bent down. It was bound to happen. This tripod has been giving me... It's just time to get a new tripod. It's time to get a new tripod, girl. Yes, it is. Well, anyway, I'll be able to do it. Think about you. Thank y'all for coming in. Whoever left a thumbs up, thank you so much. See if I got enough juice. Power station. It's a vacuum in here. It's at 1%, but I'm gonna see. If it'll give me anything. Yeah. Yeah. It is. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all be, that's why, one reason why I had stopped going live, people come in here and don't say nothing. I guess y'all just watch me though. I gotta put y'all back on this other tripod because I done broke this one. And so, oh Lord, the struggles of a content creator. Struggles of a content creator. I'm listening and waiting. What you waiting on, Mrs. Charles? What's going on? Let me take this out. I'll just put y'all right there, y'all, because I can't. Yeah, but don't y'all let nobody stop y'all from preparing and stuff. Because things getting crazier and crazier. And like I said, people ain't even paying attention to it. Things are getting crazier and crazier, okay? It's going to be a lot that money ain't going to be able to buy people. Okay? It's going to be a lot. Well, I'm going to be down here, so I might as well put y'all down here. It's going to be a lot that money just not going to be able to buy people. It just is what it is. So, hopefully y'all don't do exactly what I said. Hopefully that'll hold. This is like the hardest live stream I've ever had to do. Okay, there we go. There are a lot of preppers on there too, but they don't share too much information. Yeah, I had a lot of people try to stop me from showing preps, like saying which I did a reply video to them, and I ain't heard it no more. But people over there try to stop me from showing my preps or whatnot. Like what? I had somebody tell me, you're not real preppers, don't show their preps. Then why are you on here? How else are we going to get people to prepare and prep if you ain't showing? Like I said over there, I practice what I preach. Okay, so I want to show you that I'm doing what I say. You got a lot of preppers that say they preppers and they don't show nothing. And like I said so many times, if you get up and you tell people to prepare, you a target. You a target. Whether you show nothing or not. A smart person is going to say if something happened, you always telling people to prepare. So I'm going to come see what you got. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that I like to say is, I don't show y'all, I stock more than food and water. Please understand that. I stock more than food and water. So be crazy if you want to. All right. So I'm not worried about being a target to nobody. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to preparedness. But I have to show, because if anybody's like me, I'm visual. I like to see that the person is doing exactly what they say to do. You got a lot of people that they only talk it. They don't walk it. They only talk it. They just talk it. You know what I'm saying? They just talk it and that's it. You know. Even when I shared your live on there yesterday, one person said to me, "Oh, you one of those?" What, Mrs. Charles? What? So I removed them from my friends list and blocked them. What? So is something wrong with being a prepper? Exactly what I say. And the ones that, a lot of them that don't want to prep and stuff, they normally the ones that, you know, you got two different kinds. You got the ones that don't believe, that don't think nothing would ever happen. The ones that want to party hardy and live, as they say, normal and not in fear and all that craziness they be saying. Those are the ones that leave those type of comments, believe it or not. Those are the ones that think that money is everything and they should spend and splurge and all this. Those are the ones that ain't gonna have nothing when SHTF hit. Cause I'm trying to watch what I say, so YouTube be getting sensitive on stuff. But those are gonna be the ones. You should have saw all the comments I had over there. Oh my goodness. Oh, like I'm grown. Okay, and I can take advice. I take criticism. I take advice. But you, like I've always said, you gonna talk to me in a certain way. You ain't gonna come at me disrespectful. If your sentence start off in a disrespectful or a nice nasty way, disregard the rest of it, because I ain't even reading the rest of it. I'm focused on the nice nasty, and it's a way to talk to people. And grown people, not all grown people know how to talk to another grown person. Just because you may be 50, 60, I'm 38. So just because you may be 10, 20 years older than me, that don't make you be able to talk to me any kind of way. And that's what they get in them comments, and they think they can tell you what to do, when to do, how to do. No. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't cut from that type of I'm not built like that. No. That's where you lose me. That's where I shut it down. That's where I'm not not even entertained. I'm focused on how you started this off. You know, and that's just the way people are. And over there, oh my goodness. They act like they schooling you on something. They act like they don't come out with advice. They act like they schooling you. Like then it don't even be a lot of the comments and stuff and the things people, it don't even be logical. First of all, I even get comments where people try to be smart. And I'm like, if I'm reading your comment and I'm having a hard time understanding what you're saying because of the typos, that tells me I can see one or two typos here, but when the whole daggone thing look like something that a elementary student wrote and I can't understand it, I ain't taking you serious. I don't care. I understand people use spell, what is it, the talk text. Okay, before you hit send, make sure the talk text spelled everything right and knew what you were saying. And then you got the ones that you can clearly understand what they're saying, but they don't like the fact that you're doing something that they not doing. See, a lot of people know that they should be preparing. They know their money is not going to be nothing. They know this. They put it in the back of their mind so they can forget it, try to forget it, and don't think about it. And they hate when somebody bring it up, because the more I bring it up and the more you watch me, you can't say you didn't know. You can't put that in the back of your mind constantly and just not. Only thing to do is just don't watch. And a lot of people want you to be just like them. They don't want you to elevate up. They don't want you to be stocking up and doing. And sometimes it's people that is bosom buddies to you. Sometimes it's people that you see every day. Sometimes it's your best friend. Sometimes it's your family. You got to learn how to put your radar up. Remember, a human is a human no matter who they are to you. No matter if you know them or not. And they have ways. And that don't mean they wish you well. And they can look at you every single day. That don't mean that person still have ways. You got to do what's best for you. And if you got elderly or you got kids, you got to do what's best for you and your kids, no matter how old they are. Your elderly parents or something, or if it's just you, yourself. You got to do what's best for you. Because it ain't going to be all the time that family member responsibility, that boyfriend responsibility, that girlfriend responsibility, that husband responsibility, nor that wife's responsibility. Because what you may do to help others, everybody don't believe that way. Everybody don't believe that way. And if you ain't got nothing, you will find out. Some of the ones right in your house, if you ain't prepared, well, I don't know what we gonna do. I don't know what I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. But you ain't listen to your gut to prepare. Forget what everybody else says. Start doing you. Stop looking at, I understand things is expensive. Use what you can use. Learn how to use the things you have on hand. Don't depend on nobody but God and Jesus Christ. I'm going to call his name, but Jehovah God and his son, Jesus Christ. Them the only two you should literally all the way to the T depend on. Now, I'm not saying don't depend on them, but I'm saying to the extent of that. Miss Charlotte said, I'm glad everyone in my household is on the same page. And that's a wonderful thing. But I'm going to be real with you. Everybody in my household is not. You know, everybody in my household, and I done told y'all this several times. You know, not to the extent that I'm on. Not to the extent that I'm on. It's here and there. It's here and there with the people in my household. They may be on that page one day and not on that page the next day. But I keep going. I'm not going to get on here and act like, oh, this, that, and I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing like most people do. I'm not going to do that. It is what it is. So I keep going. I keep going. And looking at those comments, a lot of y'all have said the same thing. And you can't beat nobody up because of that, because we're all individuals. We're all with different beliefs, different mindsets. We come from different backgrounds. You take the little help you can get and be prepared for the day you don't get that help. I'm talking to the ones that say that they're in their household, everybody not on the same page. But when them stomachs start licking their back and you can't go out to no store because whatever is going on, and you go back there in that room or under that bed or in that clothing drawer, wherever you can stash some cans. Some people say, my house ain't set up. I don't have space. I'm sure you got some space. I'm sure if you put your creativity together, I'm sure you got some space to put some canned goods, some tuna, some canned chicken, or something to slide it somewhere. You got some space somewhere. Somewhere. You can go ahead. You got some space somewhere. Somewhere. When I say that, I'm talking about if you got to put it in a shoebox. If you got, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, it ain't no time to be, y'all know me. If you got to put it in your drawer, something happened, ain't wanting no food, and somebody hungry and needs some protein, and you go back there and look up in that drawer and pull out a can of tuna, man, ain't nobody got time for the I can't. You gotta do. And who cares who's on the same page and who's not? You gotta do. If you believe in prepping, you got to do. Just say that's a gift you have. That could be, I'm not sure. That could be a gift from God. That he has moved you because he know nobody else gonna do it. He has moved you to put something back. Different accounts in the Bible talks about preparing, but still even people that say they Christians will come in the comment section, leave these long comments, and I'm like, you miss me with the you a Christian part. You miss me at the door. Or if I read it and get to the bottom and you say it, but everything has been negative against preparing and stuff, that just like, whew, erase. I'm not even entertaining it. I'm in the not entertaining business right now. Okay, that's the part of life. I'm in the not entertaining. I'll pass on by and like I ain't even see it. I'm in no nonsense. That's my thing now. No nonsense. These people is already showing you every day how they feel about you. Stuff get cut left and right. I talked about this the other day about them shelves. Them shelves ain't stocked like they used to be, and you don't know how much of that inventory is in the back. This man and I already got up there and told you it's gonna get tough. It may get tough. Then I already got up there and told you it may get tough. I don't care if it's 3 years from now. God let us see it. I don't care if it's 3 years from now. There's 3 years of experience you have of stocking up, preserving food, doing what you can do. Back in the day, they had to work. They made a lot of things from scratch. And then people will say, oh, but times done evolved. We done got, who did it? Who, the man came up with all this stuff. It's crazy stuff in our food. Got you hooked on sugar and everything else. I'm not, no. I want to be back to before my time. The way they was doing things. Because it seems to me that was a lot better. They was eating more grains and whole food and stuff, and happy off fruits and vegetables and stuff. Now you buy a drink out the store and you high on sugar, and it ain't good for you. A lot of this stuff that they create all this stuff, and then come around, it's a problem with it. Have you ever thought about maybe God didn't intend for man to be doing all this type of stuff? A lot of the stuff wasn't intended. I mean, you got people marrying robots now. Robot wives. They growing babies in labs. They growing meat in labs. They taking over what God intended for it to be naturally, and then wonder why there's a problem. I'm not a follower, okay? I'm not a follower. No. I'm not gonna follow what people say is the norm. Using common sense. Using your common sense is the key. You know? So I'll be different. I literally would be different. People is worried about, so I know it's good to have money, being able to buy things. When it's extra in my budget, I just spend mine differently. My big bucks goes on things that's gonna last me, prepping food, seeds, stocking up on dirt, stuff that I can use to maintain and sustain. I mean, it just is what it is. But people are coming try to school you, talk to you like they trying to live. And I'm just saying, Lord have mercy. You think you did something, did you? You think you said something? It don't make no sense. That don't fly. That don't fly with me. Nope. Ain't gonna change nothing. Thank you for your 2 cents, your 1 cent. But MGL gonna do it the way she do it, the way I know, the way my granny taught me. I'm gonna do it from my roots, my Mississippi roots. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it is what it is. I bet I know how to sustain and maintain more than a lot of people that talk about Mississippi roots. Because one thing about it, a lot of people look at Mississippi as being low. Yeah, they gave us less. They gave that state less, but we do more. We can sustain and we can survive. So yeah, I think that's a win-win situation. You learn, you get a lot of skills. You're around the old heads and stuff. A lot of skills. A lot of things that you carry on with you. A lot of living on the land. Ask me, Mississippi is amazing. Because there's a lot of people that's in other places that's lifted up and all that don't know jack. Couldn't fight themselves out of a wet paper bag. Nope. So I'm proud. I'm proud and I'm thankful because not everybody down there know how to do stuff. You know why? Either they wasn't taught or they didn't try to learn. So I'm not saying everybody from back home is up on it, because they're not. They wasn't raised the same. And it just is what it is. They wasn't. So I'm not going to feel bad because other people's situations and backgrounds is different from mine. I'm not going to feel bad because I research and I learn new things that's beneficial. While you're researching the next club on Saturday, I'm researching how to propagate this plant. I'm researching on another type of plant I can get that can grow, and I can constantly have an abundance of food. So just because we have the same opportunities and you choose to do something different with your opportunity, that's different. That's a whole different situation right there. That's different. So I want everybody to be able to, man, do you understand how less of a burden it feels when I go back there and look at the amount of food I created? I'm gonna be honest with you. If it wasn't me being a prepper, this house would not have a prepper's pantry. It wouldn't. So when I go back there and look, and I know the research and the this and the that and all this, and taking my teachings from a child, I'm proud about that. But people would try to tear you down about that because they was different, when we all have the same opportunity. We have the same opportunity. If you can't do nothing but splurge $5 a week, $5 a week to get extra food, that was your opportunity. People won't even do that. And that's $5 going to the Dollar Tree. Rice and beans, canned goods. And people won't even do that. You could go to Dollar General because there is still some canned soups and stuff that's $1 at Dollar General, which is a little cheaper than on the Dollar Tree. Some people won't do it. Now, I'm going to be honest. They spend about $15, $20, if not that, on cigarettes a week. But let's say I'm on a fixed income. I can't do that. Put them daggone cigarettes down. If you gonna do it, buy one box and make it last. If you gotta take a puff out from it and put it down and light it again. Don't smoke no whole cigarette every time you go smoke a cigarette. I mean, I understand you may be addicted to them or something, but there's a will, there's a way. Excuses sound best to the ones that's making them. That's why I try not to make no excuses. The word I can't, I don't like. The two words, I can't, I don't like. Because as long as we wake up in the morning, we are breathing and moving around, and God has gave us strength, you can. You just don't want to. And then you want people to feel sorry for you. No, can't do. No. You turn on the news or you on social media and you see all this craziness going on. Every day there's something in the news with individuals that's said some, did some, cut some, or something. But a lot of people's minds go towards mess. Messy, mess. And can't even figure out what they should be doing to help themselves. And when something happens, you find yourself in a long line waiting on crackers and water. It just is what it is. And that's the way, that's sad. That's what I see. Me getting back on TikTok, because for a long time I wasn't on there. Getting back on there, I'm just like, not the comments, because I don't let stuff like that bother me no more. It is what it is. I will shut it down real quick. When I say shut it down, I ain't even blocking you. I'm on to the next. I'm not wasting my time. At this point, my time is precious. My energy is precious. And I'm not finna let nobody take that away from me. So the minute you come talking out the side of your neck from left field, I ain't entertaining that. I ain't even finna finish that. And if you get a response from me, that's because I felt like I had a little time and felt like I felt like doing it. But 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna get that, because them same people is the ones that sit around and they get a kick out of that. They laugh at that. They thrive off in that. That is what they thrive off from. That is what makes them feel like they're special. That is what, whatever going on in their life, whatever insecurities they got, that is bringing you down, making you feel like you doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or you weird, or whatever the case may be. That's what they want. That's what they want. And anybody that do another human being like that ain't nothing but the devil. Anybody that bring down, because at the end of the day, whether you religious or not, everybody know who God is. And everybody know God ain't told us to just go around and bring other individuals down. Whether you play slow, blind, stupid, or crazy, you know God ain't told you to do that. So when you get on there and you intentionally is behind accounts, creating accounts yourself, emailing yourself, and doing and pretending to be other people, and think people don't know it and don't see it, when you go that link, you are the devil. You working for the devil, because you sure ain't working for God. And you got people that will do that. Preppers, people that are prepping. People that are prepping, people got stuff negative to say. Get away from me, say. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Get on, away from me, away from around me. I don't want to have no dealings at all. Because those are, that's what's behind that. Because anybody with good motives, if they had something to say, or they felt like they wanted to help you, they'll email you or something. But when they publicly want to say something crazy to try to pull you down, that is the straight devil. It is what it is. The straight devil. And I don't entertain it. I do not entertain it. So the ones that try to make you feel less than, whether they preppers or not, because I know it's a lot of people that say they preppers, they don't show stuff because they ain't got nothing to show. That's where it comes back, the love of money. A lot of people fake it till they make it. That is why I know you can't just sell me on anything. You just can't show me anything or tell me anything and I believe it. So that's why I show. So you can see. I'm not just on here trying to get a paycheck and telling you to prep because that's something that's trending. No, I'm spending my money and I'm prepping. That's what I'm doing. And that's what I encourage other people doing. Because one thing I done told y'all, and many of you may not know, MGL done been homeless before. I done been a single parent before. And I could have easily went back home. But I chose not to myself. Because I had to learn the way of this world. And one of the most dangerous places that taught me was Jackson, Mississippi. I could have went 15 minutes away back home to my granny and my uncle. But I said, nope. I got out there. I got on my own. I'm going to learn this. I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to do what I got to do because I'm the one got pregnant. They would have took me. I didn't tell them my struggles. I didn't tell them how I went to working 2 jobs, Best Buy and Office Depot. Put my daughter in drop-off daycare. That was expensive because I wanted one where a camera was on her at all times. I ain't never trust nobody with my kids. And then I have to catch a J train in Jackson, Mississippi. Okay. And go to work. Yeah. Only off 2 slices of bread for the whole day. So I can make sure she had her formula. So I know. And don't mind you the accident. That man left me because he thought I was going to be paralyzed for the rest of my life. And he caused the accident. And then I still had to go to work once I regained strength. Nobody but God. So I know I done been there. I done been there. When Oronde got out the Marine Corps, it was hard transitioning, and he had been in all that time. He wasn't getting no VA or nothing. We was homeless with 3 kids. By that time, we was homeless then. So I wasn't homeless when I was in Jackson. But it got to the point where I did have to live with someone. So I guess you could say. But I always had my own to a certain extent. And I learned a lot. And I can tell you, when your stomach licking your back, that ain't a good feeling. So I will be crazy now to be be older, blessed by God, in a whole better situation, financially, physically, and mentally. And then say, oh, I got it made. Ain't nothing ever gonna happen. You see what's going on in the world, and I don't try to help myself? Whether Oronde is on the page or on the same page or not. I got kids. I birthed those kids. They'll always be my kids. And I live to see, and they get 40, 50 years old. They'll always be my kids. They'll always be my kids, my children. So I'm gonna always try to make sure they have what they need. It just is what it is. That's how I think. But people even try to make me think, oh, your daughter 18, she's not a child. She is a child. She my child. And if you look at it that way, if you put your kids out at a young age or whatnot, or you treat them like they full-grown adult, that's between you. Don't get mad because I treat mine different and you feel some type of way. Because that's not going to change nothing. And that's the same way going back to prepping and stuff. What you do that another person is not doing and they know they should be, they will try to stop you at all costs. And money ain't gonna be money is not money is important because we gotta pay our bills and stuff. But at the extent that people go with it, it's gonna get to the point where you probably ain't gonna be able to buy nothing. Because the supply chain may be there, may not be nothing in the store. Look at 2020. There's rich people out here. They had money. But the shelves was empty. You think that can't happen again? I don't know if it will, but I can't say it won't. And a lot of people still did not learn. Those storms that we had, I know one storm back in 2021, 2022, something like that. Those, I know Mississippi, that ice storm. And everybody saying, that ain't never happened here, that ain't never happened here. Okay, they didn't have food in their house. People was cold. They didn't know what to do. And now that they got over, they went back to their same old thing. A lot of people still did not prepare, is not preparing for something like that happen again. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's just, and it's sad. Don't let people twiddle you around, turn you around, and have you thinking that what you know is right is wrong. Cause they'll do it and then they'll sit back and laugh and laugh till they can't no more. Sometimes people just want your reaction. That don't mean, just because you don't give it to them, that don't mean you passive at all. That don't mean you scared. That don't mean, it just means you value your time and your energy, and you know what they doing is not important. And that's what I had to learn. That's what I had to learn. I'm still learning it. Still learning it. But it's the truth. You know, it's the truth. So I see y'all been coming. I'm gonna see y'all comments real quick, and then I'm gonna get off of here. Let's see. Hey, Tiki Land. Let's see. You can make a way somehow. Exactly. Hey, Rhonda. When everything hit the fan, everybody will be on the same page. Look, and they contributed hardly nothing to it. Yeah, everybody did will. Everybody will get the calling around and this, that, and the other. Okay. And that's why certain brands of meat are cheaper than others. You have to be careful. Hey, PNG. Hey, Diane Wynn. So that's right. Hey, Kalita. It's not only that people don't want to read either. No, they don't. Silly. Learn a lot from my Mississippi folks, especially my grad. I know that's right, Kalita. I know that's right. That burns me up. They still learning and have to be taught. Yup. Your children is your business. Agree with this video message. Hey, Carla. Yeah. So, y'all, I done came on here rambling. Y'all, man, I can't even say y'all won't give live screens like this, whatnot. Just, you know, I have a lot to do. Just a lot to do. Y'all see I'm out here in Amazing Grace. I'm out here in Amazing Grace now, and I gotta get more stuff planted and all that good stuff. I have so much to do, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I have so much to do, because to me that's a blessing from God. That's a blessing from God. So let me see, there's 46 people in here. I'ma wait, because I got a challenge for y'all. I done already started mine today. Okay, so I'll let y'all know that in another live stream. All right. But look at this. I don't know if you can see up here. Y'all see the figs? Right here. That's a blessing from God. I hope I get enough this year to make a fig pie. A fig pie. So let me go ahead and real quick, y'all. Carla. I have gotten chickens 1 year old now. I'm so glad I did. Yes, honey. Yes. I'm glad you did too. Beautiful tree. Thank you, honey. So I'm going to, let me go and finish vacuuming. I was cleaning my little area up. See, I put you on. Oh, you kidding me? So just like somebody was hating about this, my little tiny home thingy majigger. And this is my kicker. Hold on, let me say this real quick. This is my kicker. y'all watch the tiny home video, do you know, okay, I know this is everywhere. I know this is everywhere, okay? Everywhere. Not just in certain states. Everywhere. Mississippi, everywhere has homeless people. But I will say, one of the states that I have been to so many times, New York, because that's where Oronde is from. So we go up there to see his family. I've been up there maybe 13, 14, 15 times. And you know how many homeless people I see? Do you know how many homeless people I see? And if one of them had this screened in thing set up the way I have it set up, even if they just had it, it wasn't even set up. But I have a refrigerator in here, a table in here. I can put a cot in here, right in this area. Do you know how many people, homeless people, that would love to have this? A power station with my solar panels out there. It's on 2%, but it's running this. It's running this vacuum. I have my fake grass carpet thingy, the low grass one. I got cooking stuff out here. Hot plate that'll run off that generator. A refrigerator out here that's on nice and cold. Little chain. I gotta get a little lock to go on that thing. I got a fan out here that my power station will charge up if I needed to. Right now it's been on a charge for about a month or so. Like it's running off in one charge. I got it out here, table out here. I can put this table up there real quick, this chair up there, and put a cot right here. You know how many homeless people, if they just had one of these and somebody came to my son, put a cot where that's a doghouse. And I laughed because that show you how small-minded and stupid and selfish some people are. Yes, I said stupid, because if you can come over here and I'm trying to teach people that they can pay $60 on Amazon and get an East Oak, what is this? I think this is the 10 by 10, I think, stringed in, because you're going to mount it down. It has to pull out. It has a string. And put it up. That's more shelter than a lot of people have. That's more shelter than a lot of people have. So yes, it's a tiny home. What is the definition of a tiny home? Look it up. It didn't say what it's made out of. It don't have to be made out of sticks and stones. A tiny home can be a tent. You have the right stuff. Tiny home is mainly of the space, the living space. You know how many homeless people will want this? And I had somebody that was, and that's why I say, I used to bite my tongue, but with some people you just can't. That's a stupid individual. It may sound harsh, but I'm grown. And I'm just going to call it like it is. Because you tried to bring me down and make me feel bad over something I am proud of. On something that is simple. Simple living. Something that can provide shelter. This is a whole ideal in its own. People always complain they don't have this thing you can fold up and go. Simple as that. Simple as that. So yes, there are some people that are stupid. Why can't I say you stupid when you come in and try to degrade me or down me or steal my joy? And when you say mess like that, that's exactly what you do. But it's not gonna happen. I hope that I can come across a homeless person that I truly know is homeless, and I will buy them one of these. I have an individual in mind. I have not seen him in a long time, and I hope he's okay. We used to feed this man. He never would ask nobody for nothing. And we would feed him every night we was out doing deliveries. And one night we got to him in the nick of time. That man was so weak. I had tears giving him food and drink. He was so weak. We couldn't find him, and we was about to head in, and we saw him. He was so weak. I haven't seen him, but I tell you what, when I do, when I do, I'm gonna find out where he'll be at this summer, and he getting one of these. He don't bother nobody. He have his backpack and stuff. He try to have his toiletries and stuff. He getting one of these. Mark my word, I'm getting him one of these. It's something better than nothing. I just ain't laid my eyes on him. And I'm probably going to go ahead on and order it. That way when I do lay my eyes on him, it'll be a quick where I can get home and get it back to him. Because we got a lot of people up here that fake like they homeless. And then at the end of the day, a car come and pick them up and they count all the money they done got from people. They done got me a couple times because I... Hold on, y'all. I need to get this. Hold on. Hold on. Hello? Yes. How are you? All right. I hope you got some good news. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I was waiting on iron results. Yes, we back at that again. So we all had recently our iron did. I haven't heard from my doctor, but I already saw my results. um, which I think she's gonna be happy. I'm still iron deficient. I don't know if she's gonna say I'm anemic still. I think I'm still in that realm of anemic. Um, but I came up more. I think that surgery really did a dilly on me because that's when I went down. I'm actually thinking, even though iron deficiency anemia runs in my family, my mom is been that ever since she was a child. So I think I got part of that. But I think when I had that surgery, 2023, I think that's what did it because it wasn't until my physical last year that they found the iron deficiency, and I was really low, and it's been a constant struggle. So I was supposed to go back and get it checked in January. I didn't do that, so I went back recently and got that checked before I do my yearly physical for this year. I just went on and got that done, and I've already saw my results. So I'm just waiting on my doctor to call me. But the girls, we did got ours done all in the same day. Even though we have different doctor offices or whatnot, but that was their doctor calling me to let me know what's going to be the plan, and I'll talk to y'all more about that. They're not drastically low. There have been improvement. um Tatiana, we may do infusions with her, because she's just not, we found out she was iron deficiency 2022, and she's not dropping, but she's not improving like that. Kylie is improving. So Tatiana, we may have to deal with a hematologist for her, but it's still a blessing. It's still a blessing, y'all, because I was stressing. I was like, Lord, I ain't been supplementing like I supposed to, and these folks gonna tell me to do an infusion because I know in 7 months I'm probably done dropped from the improvement that I did have. And I saw my chart and I'm like, okay, all right, I can work with that. Like, okay, I still got some areas to work on, but that all comes with us eating right. What eating right, but eating more iron foods and supplementing and all that type of stuff. So yeah, so that's why I muted it, because I ain't want to discuss their business and go in depth with the doctor with everybody hearing. So that's why y'all was muted. I was waiting on that. So I am happy with that. If they have to just, do the infusion on Tatiana, that'll be fine. We're gonna wait and keep supplementing Kylie for the next 4 months, and then she'll get redone. 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months, and I'm not sure what the schedule is gonna be, but she'll continue to supplement. She was kind of on the fence on if we want to go ahead and let Kylie infuse too, to get her up there, and then continue the oral supplements. I know when I talked to my doctor, when I got my labs done for it, she said that if I didn't improve, when I come back from my yearly physical this year, we can talk about doing infusions. So both of our doctors have talked about infusions, but I'm just happy that I did improve even more. Like, to me reading my chart, I ain't no doctor now. I improved a lot. But I still have room for improvement. Hopefully she called me today and see. But I do know everything is good to go. So if y'all that dealt with this, y'all know. Oh, my bad. Yeah, Robin, I was on the phone. I had to take that, honey. I had to take that call. Okay, y'all. So I'll talk to y'all more about that. Well, that'll be part more of how we eating and stuff like that. Not because of the iron, just part of prepping and part of life. You wanna take care of yourself, eat better, stop eating a lot of this stuff that these people is putting out there for us to eat. So that's where you want to do this for yourself and for your kids, and eat better and feel better and all that. So that's why we doing that. Because like I say, I think my iron really depleted as low as it was and stuff is with that surgery, because I was low on everything. Okay. um and by it being an emergency surgery, I didn't have time for them to say, hey, your iron is a little low, I need you to supplement before surgery. It was not like that. It was like, hey, we got to get this out like now. Like, so it was just bam bam bam, a couple of hours of trying to get me prepped and hydrated and all this stuff they was doing, and antibiotic and all this to get this thing out of me. So that's what I think happened, and I just needed a year. What, this month on the 18th will be 2 years, and it took over a year for my body to even start improving in that field of the iron and stuff. Almost 2 years for it. And that's why I say, having surgery, that was my first surgery, and I learned, when they tell you you ain't gonna be up and at it in 6 weeks, when they tell you you up and at it in 6 weeks, and I tell you no, 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 not all the time with people. You may be up and at it, but your body's still healing. And a lot of y'all was in the comments saying, MGL, be easy, because your body got to heal from the inside your body. And I'm telling you, y'all was right. I had never had surgery, no surgery like that before. So, well, no surgery at all, unless they contend, what, you go and get a tooth pulled, they say that's surgery. I had to have a bone graft done. They said that was surgery, but it was in the dentist's office. I'm talking about where you go in the OR under the knife and being cut multiple times. I had never had that. So I can tell you now. Whew, yeah. So I'm just thankful. That's another reason of being thankful. Trying to eat right. Trying to do what we do. And all that good stuff. So, but y'all, it's 4:14. Let me see something. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, because I've been on here an hour and 16 minutes with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. But I need to go let the kids know what they earn is looking like, and what's the next thing is. Like I say, Tatiana just not making, she's not improving nor decreasing. So, and she said that she's not drastically like, oh, it's an urgent thing, but she's low. We're all low, just not like that. Not like, oh, we gotta, but it's got to be taken care of. It got to be addressed. And she said, Tatiana just may be one of them that's not responsive to any iron. Her body just may not just, naturally respond to it like that. So we shall see. But Miss Kylie was the lowest of us all. She was the lowest of us all, and baby girl done jumped up a little bit. She's still a little anemic. She still needs some improvement. Her ferritin went from a 7.3 to a 8.7. So that's good. That was 7.3 after it was like 3 something, and then 3 months later she jumped to 7.3. And she then they had her not coming back for 6 months, and now she's at 8.7. So slow improvement is really, really good. Let me see. See if I can. I'll give y'all my ferritin for all my anemic honey buns. Like I say, my doctor ain't called me yet, but I see my my results. I see my results. Okay. What was mine? My ferritin is a 16. So I went from October 10, I was at a 14, and I'm at a 16 now. So little improvement for me not being supplemented like I should have been. That's my fault. But I will say, April of last year, my ferritin was a 6, y'all. A 6. That's low. And now I'm I'm a 16. My iron total, my iron binding total from October was 37. Now I'm 43. But back in April, it was a 25. So anybody that deals with iron, you know that is months and months worth of improvement. It just don't jump. It's something that we have to just, you're not going, you can only improve. You're not going to just go woo like that unless you get an infusion or something. And supplementing is hard because you can't have dairy 2 or 3 hours before or after you supplement. You can't have like Coca-Cola, anything with caffeine in it for 2 or 3 hours before or after you supplement. You have to really change and know when to take that iron. And you got to make sure that you having vitamin C when you take the iron so it can absorb, and not to mention what it does when it get in your intestines if you ain't drinking enough water. And then I don't have that gallbladder, so now it's like it's just it's just like, so I'm proud of being able to maintain it this much with just the supplement. Because and then the iron, they doctor was saying when we went, she was like, iron itself, just the supplements don't always make you feel the best. And it's just, I mean, because we're taking the iron we're taking now, it's a liquid iron. And 1 teaspoon, which is 5 ml, 1 teaspoon is 125 milligrams, 694% of your daily value. So when we take 1 teaspoon, we have 694%. Well, a lesser dose would be like 100. You'll have 100% of your daily value. We have 600 and some. It's high potent iron that we take, and it's a liquid iron, and it absorbs better. But it's a lot because we may want to have yogurt, or, well, I'm not doing the dairy like that now, so we may want to have yogurt or cottage cheese, and right when we get ready to have it, it's like, Mom, we gotta supplement. And it's like, dang it, or we done already ate it, and then it was like, Mom, we didn't supplement today. It's like, well, no, we just had cottage cheese. That's a 3-hour wait because dairy keeps iron from absorbing in the body. So you definitely don't want to take it together because it's just going to cancel your iron out. Having tea, coffee, caffeine, can't have 2 to 3 hours before you take the iron or after. So I'm happy with those. I'm happy with those results, and that just goes to, that's just another part of prepping. You got to know your body. You got to know your numbers. Y'all go get y'all yearly physicals. You got insurance, use your insurance. Get your yearly physical. Get your blood work done. It's a peace of mind, okay? Preventative, that's what it is. Getting you knowing what's going on. You won't catch everything going on in your body, but know your numbers, know what your cholesterol is, know what your A1C is, know what your kidney function is. Know that stuff. That's part of taking care of yourself. That's part of taking care. And those of you that may not have insurance, I went 11 years without insurance, so I understand. But if you if I used to think I'd never have a primary care again. I literally used to think that. Okay, but those of you that can afford it, like, I think getting a complete CBC test, or however they do that, some places you may have to pay $100-$200. If you can muscle that up to do that once a year, do it. Some areas they have that thing that come by, I think, and you can check your cholesterol, your A1C and stuff like that. That's part of taking care of yourself. That's what we have to do as adults. That's part of prepping. That's part of knowing what's gonna work for you or not. That's part of taking care of what God gave you. Your body is your temple. And that's why we have to stop putting a lot of this junk in it that we do, that man is creating, that we eat. And that's just that maybe it's just me. That's just where I am, okay? But yeah, so I know I hadn't talked to y'all about the urn because it's been they had us on the long month thing far as when we come back or whatnot, and then I had to push it out because something had came up, and then I found it. Then one time the doctor wasn't gonna be in, so I had to move it. So we finally got it done, and that's all that matters. We know where to go from here. We got a game plan. Um, yeah. So apparently I probably was low. I was iron deficiency before the surgery, and after the surgery, you know, they just everything was just low. When I tell you everything was seemed like it was low. But improvement, still supplementing, and we'll get with the hematologist and see what they say. And for Tatiana, but she said she do want her to continue supplement because it'll take a little while to get into a hematologist. So until then, keep supplementing because the supplements, they're maintaining. She's not dropping, she's not going up, so it's maintaining. So we'll continue to do that. Ugh. So that iron is nasty, y'all. It is nasty. Okay, it's really, really nasty. So but we have to do it. Okay, so yeah, with that being said, so y'all have an update on that. With that being said, and anybody that's iron deficient, if you want to know, because I've sent it to a couple people that's asked, if you want to know what iron we take, because we take a liquid iron now, and it works. It works. It's nasty, and you still gotta have food on your stomach, and you still gotta drink water, but it breaks down quicker. And if I just posted in my community tab, for anybody that's wondering, don't go buying that stuff and taking it without talking to your doctor. Talk to your doctor first, okay? That's my disclaimer. Talk to your doctor first, all right? And see if it's okay. Because my doctor didn't even know what it was. My kids' doctor put them on it, and I was on the iron pills, and they weren't working for me. I couldn't keep them. I couldn't. They wouldn't dissolve. That one pill just made me sick. So I was like, no. So when I saw what she put them on, I started taking it, and I took it on my own because I was already on iron pills. So I stopped taking those iron pills, and I just started, because they was over the counter, so I just started taking what I get for them. And when I went back to my doctor, she's like, this was last year, she's like, you had a little bit of improvement. You ain't taking the pill. I said, no, this is what my kids take, and I just put myself on it because it was the same amount, that she wanted me to take. And that's how I did it. So make sure when I put it in the community tab, make sure you talk to your doctor, ask your doctor, because there's one that's high potent. We're on the high potent, and there's one that's regular by this company. And you can get it from Walmart and Amazon, but they don't sell it in the stores. You have to order this, okay? Walmart has it online. Walmart. I'll put it in there tonight sometime. I have to go and take a picture of it and just ask your doctor, can you try it? If you have a problem with those iron pills, because them things don't break down like they should, it takes a lot of vitamin C to break down them iron pills. Yeah. So just ask your doctor. Don't say MGL said I'm taking this, you said no. Ask your doctor if it's okay for you to take it, okay? And it'll probably help anybody that is dealing with that. That's how I was when I was on iron supplements. Oh, Tamika, let me see. Thank you. I am taking that iron. All my numbers are. Diane, when you're taking the iron that I'm talking about, the Wow, from Walmart, that might have been you that had asked me to send that what we was taking, or show you what we was taking. Is that what you're saying? Is it the one that we take? Yes, honey, it works. It works. We just hadn't been taking it daily like we should, because we was trying to get that routine. We was trying to, every time we got ready to take it, we had already had something that we couldn't. But yeah, them numbers go up. So y'all hear somebody else, Miss Diane Wynn, got on the same one that I take. I'll put it in the I'll make sure I put it in the description, not the description box, the community post. Okay, I'll take a picture of the box and I'll put it in the community post. If you are suffering with iron deficiency or iron deficiency anemia, because a lot of people get it mixed up. Anemia comes from being iron deficient. So your iron have to be so low, and then to a certain extent, then you become anemic, and you can correct both of those. Me and the girls was actually anemic. We was extremely low. So that iron, it works. So when I put it in, ask your doctor. Don't just, if you take it amongst yourself, that is on you. If you already taking iron, don't take the two together. Stop the one you're taking, and if you start that, or ask your doctor. Just ask your doctor. I don't want nobody getting sick or nothing and say MGL told them to do it. Ask your doctor, okay? So I'll have that in the community post this evening, all right? What we take, and I tell you, it works, y'all. It works. It literally works if you take it. But make sure you're not taking it within 2 to 3 hours of having dairy, coffee, or tea. Anything with caffeine or dairy, you do not want to take it within 2 to 3 hours of that. It will cancel that iron out, and it's like you never took it. So that's what's been getting us, is knowing what. And then you need to take it, you don't need to take it on, they tell you to take it on an empty stomach. You will learn real quick you take it on an empty stomach, because it's no. So if you find the right time of the day to take it for you, then that'll be a perfect. I suffer from anemia as well. I thank you so much, because I didn't have to have an iron infusion. You're welcome, Diane. Well, I'm glad. I'm hoping that they eventually come up with another plan for Tatiana when we go to the hematologist, and just see if she takes it. Well, she told me it's gonna be a while before they can get her in, so make sure she's continuing to supplement. And we work, since we got us a last 2 or 3 days, we found a time that's perfect for us to take it. So we're gonna continue to taking it daily, and once we take it daily, when she goes to hematologist, they're gonna probably recheck her then, and if she's moved up, then she won't have to have the iron infusion. So now that we got that, hopefully she moves up and don't have to have it, because nope. So but if we have to, then that's just, what we'll have to do. But at least we know everything is where we need it to be. Okay, so with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna get off in here. Let me see. Thanks for sharing this information. My daughter's iron is low, and she has issues with tablets. Oh wow. Well, I tell you what, who out here? I'm gonna do this real quick for those of you that's in here. Ask your daughter's doctor. I'm gonna call one of them to bring it out, and hey, bring me tell Kylie to bring the box of iron that haven't been opened. Ask her, is it a box that haven't been opened? If it is, bring me that box. If it ain't, bring me the box, the bottle that we use it off from. I think I have. Okay, let me see. Make sure you ask her doctor, and I'm gonna show you what it is real quick before I get off in here. Because they have two. They have a purple box that's just the iron, is I guess the regular formula. Well, I want no. But the one we use is high potent. Okay, so that's the difference between them. It's about $30 a bottle. Okay, but it's worth it. It is worth it. And it'll last. It's a lot of iron. That iron is thick in there. It's thick. So I think the address is at the bottom, so don't go that far. It's something at the bottom. Give her. We stock up on it now because we know that we need it. Okay, that's not the address. Okay, so this is it. All right, like I say, ask your doctor. Ask your doctor. But this is it. This orange box, like I said, it's a purple one. I think it's just like regular strength or something. But we were so low, they put us on this. It's high potency liquid iron. And you can get it from online Walmart or Amazon. Okay. And you may be able to catch it on sale. Novaferum.com. You may be able to go to their website because that's what it is. Okay. For anybody that's, and like I say, we take 5 mLs, which is 125 milligrams, and that's 694% of your daily value. Here you go, right there. So that's a lot of iron that we have to take, and we're not all the way where we supposed to be. So imagine how low we was. And like I said, I think that surgery did. I think that is what depleted me so bad. With me already probably was already low and didn't know it. But it'll take your hemoglobin up and everything, okay? I think my hemoglobin, it was a 12 in October, but like I say, I hadn't been supplementing like I should have been, and so my hemoglobin went to like, I think 11 point, I think 11.5 or something like that, it said on there. So I only went down like 0.5 or whatnot, but I hadn't been supplementing daily, okay? So so yeah, so again, this is what it is. Ask your doctor. Don't just get it and take it. Talk to your doctor about it, okay? And it say it's sugar free, alcohol free, dye free, no synthetic colors, vegan verified, natural flavors, kosher, naturally sweetened. It's not sweetened, it's nasty. You laugh, it's nasty. It's gluten free. So yeah, so ask your doctor, okay? But this is this the orange box. This is gonna be the highest potency of the one that's like this, okay? So there you go. And we just, to point out, we just stock up on it. Yep, sugar and alcohol free. You're welcome, Tamika. So with that being said, y'all, let me get up off in here. Go get these children their numbers. Celebrate a little bit. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. I enjoyed this live stream. I hope y'all did. I'm still gonna take a picture and just put it in my community tab later on of that. But yeah, so I shall talk to y'all in the next one. Peace, guys. Will y'all be safe? Love y'all. Bye.